Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss regarding the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Windows Autopilot. We will discuss overview of Windows Autopilot, the Windows Autopilot capabilities, and Autopilot registration overview. And we'll discuss deployment scenarios and also how we can use Autopilot for hybrid Azure AD joint devices and what are the requirements. Um, The overview for Windows Autopilot, it basically, this is solution helps organization to set up and pre-configure new devices and ready and make it ready to be shipped to users. It uses the OEM optimized version of Windows, no need for custom image. Basically, you don't need to download the OS version like that you copy the Vim uh, and distribute the packet using the CCM. So we don't need to anymore download and distribute to using the CCM to our DPs. Basically, it uses the Windows OS itself, the image. We'll discuss about it. So it will also be used to reset the repurpose and recover devices without investing a lot of time and building infrastructure it needs. So in this, currently we use the CCM to rebuild the image, the machines using with the image we download and distribute to DPs and deploy task sequence to refresh the user devices with the required applications. So basically, once the device is shipped and received by user, the user will only need to log in his or her work email account, but he or she needs to be connected to internet. That will connect them to Intune, Microsoft. Then it will install all the required applications and um customize the OS for user. So basically, it's also the capabilities are to it can do join to Azure AD and also to local domain. It can restrict the administrator account creation and it create and assign devices to different configuration group based on device profile and also customize the OOBE content specific to the organization. So basically, we purchase the device from the vendor. The vendor ships to user. User will open the device, log in, and connect to the internet. Log in to work account. Once it log in, it communicates with the Microsoft Intune. Then it will grab all the required profile it needs and it will install the applications, it apply the security, any profile we create over Intune. Windows auto deployment, how we can use Microsoft Windows autopilot deployment. There are a couple scenarios. User driven is the basic one where um, we deploy devices to user. Once users open, log in with work account, and it gets the profile to install all applications, security, and policies. The self-deploying is basically deploy devices to be automatically configured for shared use, like a kiosk or digital signage devices. Reset mode, if you have any existing device, you want to reset it, it will reset back the OS back to its factory original settings. We have another one called pre-provisioning mode, white glove. Basically, it will be used for uh, CEO or if you have VP and high level people in the company. So basically, the help desk will pre-provision the device by pressing the Windows button 5 times. It will boot to OOBE. During the boot OOBE, you press Windows button 5 times, then you can log in and apply the Windows Autopilot profile, whatever profile you create in Microsoft in Intune. Then it'll install application, then you put back, and once you give to the assigned user, user will just put in the email address and it logs in. So everything will be configured. The user doesn't need to wait for like half an hour or so to be all applications installed. For currently, if you did, create a profile and deploy device to user, ship it device to user, he logs in, he or she, then you need to give it some time that all configurations complete. So the preparation will avoid that delay. So it makes it right away faster. And we have the last one, existing devices. Basically, you can use Windows Autopilot to upgrade your Windows 8 or 7 to the latest version without using, you can use to latest version of Windows 10 or 11. You can also use Windows Autopilot with ACC and task sequence to do so. We need to, the device needs to be registered with Windows Autopilot deployment services in order to device collect, communicate with Microsoft Intune and grab the Windows Autopilot profile we create. So if the device is not registered with Windows Autopilot deployment service, it won't initiate the autopilot. So each device has a unique hardware identity. It's called hardware hash, needs to be captured, and the device is associated to an Azure tenant ID. There are different ways you can register the devices. OEM registration, when you purchase from OEM, that automatically registers the device to Windows Autopilot. We have reseller, distributor, partner, where you give you grant them access to the Windows Autopilot, and then they will upload all the devices you purchase to the Windows Autopilot and before shipping to users. Automatic registration, basically you running a supported version of Windows and enrolled in MDM service such as Intune, corporate device that's not already registered with Autopilot. So those are automatic registrations, and we have the last one is called manual registration. For manual registration, we need to manually capture the hardware hash ID of the device and upload it to Windows Autopilot deployment services. So if you have an ACCM environment, we can use CM Pivot for a specific collection and collect the hardware hash and export to CSV, then upload to Windows Autopilot. Or we can use PowerShell script to collect the hash ID and upload it to Intune. This is the PowerShell script. You can use Microsoft provided in the documentation. Or else there's other option using the you can use the other PowerShell script which you so this one will create a CSV. It will capture the hardware hash ID and save it to CSV. Then you need to upload the CSV file. This is the other one which you don't need to create a CSV. It will directly upload to the Microsoft Intune deployment service. We'll take a look at both of them. So here's the scenario: your vendor ship the device to user, then it also meantime upload the device ID to Microsoft Autopilot, Windows Autopilot deployment services. IT admin will create a Autopilot profile. And the hardware hash ID is already there, then assigned to that group. Then it will assign it to those group. Once user receives it, it opens and she logs in to the using her work email account, and they'll grab the profile, the Autopilot profile it created. Then she needs to wait for at least couple, probably depends how application you assign. That all needs to be come in and configured, and also the policy you create, security policies, profile, those one needs to be implemented. For example, if you need to apply Defender, BitLocker, install applications, those ones. So it takes a while to complete it. For that, as I mentioned here, we need to create a group. So we need to have a dynamic group for Autopilot, but for devices needs to be once they reset it, it come under OOBE, which will come as a new device. If you, even if you create a new device or you reset the device, we need to create a dynamic group in Intune and add a dynamic query. Basically, you don't need to add. You can assign a direct devices to that group to always receive autopilot profile, or for new devices, we can add a dynamic expression by including, for example, these devices if they have this ZTD ID. It will ZTID means that it has the hardware hash. There's a Microsoft documentation. I'll show you. You can read more about it. So for those devices, newly devices, once they upload the hardware hash, we need to include this ZTD ID. And if you can also use the order you are from your vendor by order ID, you can also add that one, and also the purchase order ID. The requirement is for Windows Autopilot, a hybrid Azure AD join if you want to same time to connect them to your local AD domain, and also register to Azure AD, as which will become as a hybrid Azure AD join. We need to install the Intune connector for Active Directory. Then we also need to increase the computer account limit in the organization unit. The computer that hosts the Intune connector must have rights to create the computer objects. By default, is it can join to domain up to 10 computers. But if you want more than that, we need to apply the legate permission to the host computer, the computer that hosts the Intune connector. Then we need to create a new configuration profile for to join to local AD. Then we create the autopilot deployment profile by specifying which OU needs to be placed once the domain computer joins the domain. The requirements are the Windows 10, 19, or 3 or higher, Windows 10 Pro, and these are the list, and also support Windows 11. Then network, ensure domain service DNS name resolution for internal DNS names. Allow, these are the port 80, 443, and 123 should be allowed. For the licensing, these are the licensing required for you to enable it to use the Windows Autopilot. And here are the resources. You can go and check yourself. So let's go. I'll start with the Windows Autopilot registration. So I'll start with the demo with the registration, the manual step, how we can capture the hardware hash. I have a client here, but to capture the manually, I need to be a user who is admin on the local machine. So this user is admin. I have a couple of users, but I'm using the admin user as part of this local admin in this computer. Okay. And before doing that, let me show you. Let's go to devices, Windows enrollment, devices here. Let me delete this one. This one was previously added. So I need to delete this one. So make sure that I was previously working on this one. So it should be deleted soon. Okay, it's failing. I have another client. It's Windows 11. I'm gonna log into that one. What I do is I'll open the PowerShell. Okay. Let's see that this device is already connected with Intune. Okay, access work. Encryption needed. Okay, this is I previously disabled that. If I click open, no. So here, where is it? Let's see. Okay, managed by info. Here you go. So these are the policies that deployed from Intune. And if you want to check, we have a company portal. What does it say? Aha, because this is not compliance. We will talk about another video because I had a compliance with conditional access, and this is not access and not able to access. Okay, so actually, let me. So basically, I just want to show you this is as Intune enroll devices. Now let me go to Windows PowerShell. Now go back to my. Let me use this one first. That will create the CSV file. Paste here. Yes. Now installing the install script get Windows Autopilot info. Then it says yes. I should have said yes. Choose A. Okay, now it's completed. Let me go to drive C. HD hardware ID. Here you go. Now if I open this with Notepad, let me see here. See this one? It's a device serial number, which is the first one. And then Windows product ID, there is nothing here. And the hardware hash. This is what we need to upload to Microsoft Intune here. Basically, you come here and select that CSV file and upload it here. And then that will show like this one here. Let me refresh it. Oh, this one's gone. Okay. So I can go back to my other Windows 10 and open the PowerShell. So this one I'll use without generating the CSV file. I'll use this one, which will ask me to log in and okay, I think I need to do manually here. Okay, install a script. Okay, it's running. Let me copy the other one here. Why is not copying this one? Copy this, paste. Okay, now the last line, get Windows Autopilot info -online. Now I should get a pop-up to log in. Okay, this is my account, log in. It says connecting to Intune tenant, gathering details for device serial numbers, and waiting for one of one to be imported. So this one is, you don't need to wait. It will automatically upload to the Microsoft Intune here. We don't need to upload it. We just need to refresh. Actually, we need to wait here. It will give us a message once it's done. I'll just pause. I'll back. It's still running. At the same time, I'm gonna do for this one. But meantime, I'm gonna run the BitLocker. So git turn on BitLocker. Okay, and also I'm gonna run that one here. Let me clear that one. And still running. So this one, it'll usually takes 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see. Okay, installing module Windows Autopilot. This one was taking forever because I had this one previously imported. Maybe that's the issue. Let's see. Okay, this one is completed for Windows 10. Let me go back to my here. Yeah, it is here now. It's 6470. And where is it? 6470. Okay, so this one's running. I don't know why it's taking forever. Okay, this is completed. I'll let the other one, this one. Oh, actually, oh, here. So it was waiting for me. I didn't see the window. Let me select this one. Let me minimize this in the background. Okay, now it's going to import. So this is going to import also, but I'm going to show you another way from ACCM. In ACCM, if you come to your asset compliance under device collection, I have a workstation collection. Right click, click Start Seam Pivot. Then you'll have a seam pivot. This one's open. From here, choose your device, double click. Then on the tab section here, click on the community version, and the community version, search for Autopilot. Once come here, double click on it, and it will paste all the seam pivot query here. Basically, it will run and collect the hardware hash ID. See this one? Serial number, device, hardware hash ID. This is same hash ID we we can capture from PowerShell by CSV. Then you can export this one to or create a collection, or you can export to CSV, save it to CSV actually. So this is another way if you have a lot of devices. I'm sure every organization does. Then you can use this way. Or I would say you can probably create some PowerShell script using the manual CSV save. You can deploy as a package and save it, or use a remote PowerShell to capture those and save it in a remote network share path location. Okay. The next section let's go to, we need to create our Autopilot, where is it here? Autopilot group device. We need to create a dynamic group device, and using this expression, I need to navigate back to the Windows, actually here, group. Under group, create new group, choose security, give it a name, Windows Autopilot. Description, I don't have a description. Azure AD roles can be assigned to the group. No, we don't want. Membership type, we need to choose dynamic device. And dynamic device members, we need to add a dynamic query. And add expression. For the expression here, we click edit. Add this one, click OK. Here you go. So we have a device.device physical ID, any contains ZTD ID, and close the bracket. Okay. This is same information. I have it here. Where is it? Not here. Here. So basically, this is the link you can use. Create device group, and has same query. You go back here, click edit, make sure they are the same. Yes, same. See, there's no difference. I'm going to close it. Okay, click save, create. Okay, so our group is created. Let me show you one more item in the group recently created. So go to dynamic membership rules, that the one we just added the dynamic rules here, and go to validated rules here, another tab. Click add devices, and these are two devices I recently added. And you see it's coming status green. If I click view, it says contains ZTT ID, is showing the hardware hash ID. So it is showing my device is in the Windows Autopilot deployment, and this group will grab those devices when I create the Windows Autopilot deployment profile. Okay, so I can get out of this one. I'll close this. Now I'm going to go back to the since we create our devices, dynamic devices. I'm going to go back to devices, Windows, Windows enrollment. Okay, deployment. Before going to deployment profile, I want to when I create a deployment profile, I want to join them to my local AD domain also. So before doing that, I want to Intune connector. Let me go to documentation. So we are done with this one. Here with Windows Autopilot Hybrid Azure AD joint devices, we need to install the Intune connector for Active Directory, increase the computer account limit in an organization unit, and apply the delegation. Then we'll create a new configuration profile to join to Active Directory that will be used when we create a Autopilot profile. Then we need to specify which OU needs to go. Okay, so let me go back here. Let's go. For this one, we need to install Intune connector. I have a documentation for the delegation, but let me install first. Add, download the on-premise connector. Where is it? Oh, where's coming? Where's going? Downloads, no. Copy, new window. Okay. There you go. So I'm gonna pause till this finish. Okay. It's completed. Let me go and grab the copy. Let me go to my DC, paste here. Let me install it. Okay, install. Configure now. Okay, enroll the Intune for Active Directory, sign in. I'm gonna use my Azure account. Okay. Okay, the Intune connector for Active Directory is successfully enrolled. Okay, I think that's done. Let me check where is it? Here's documentation. So make sure we have automatic enrollment. I already enabled this one. Next thing, let me check the first day. Where is it? Where is it? Install. There you go. Okay, on the server that's not running any Intune connector. Okay, make sure there's no Intune connector running. It has to be. Turn off IE enhanced security configuration by default. It has an expiry. Okay, let me check the IE enhanced. I think disabled. Yep, it's off. Okay, in configuration manager, select device, Windows Intune connector directory. Okay. Okay, I added this one. Install, I did not configure, sign in, enter user global administrator. So make sure you need to have a global administrator or Intune administrator role in order to install the Intune connector. Go to device windows, enrollment connector, factory, and then confirm that's okay. Let me go back here. Let's click refresh. Let me refresh the page. Come on. Yep, it is active now. Okay. Now let me go back here. We need to, where is it? I need to delegate the permission now. So increase the account computer and the organizational units. Okay. Okay, let me open my DC VM. Let's go open the Active Directory users and computer. I have the computer OYO here and I have the workstation here. So I'm gonna let's see. Okay, so carps. Let's choose my workstation OYO, which I'm putting my all workstation devices here. So I'm going to right click, delegate, click next, click add. Let's change the object to computer. Let's see here, computers. Then in the select user computers, enter the object names to select the box, for example. Okay. Okay, so let me go back here. Now we need to apply the permission for this DC2. I need to add my DC, this DC server. Click next, and I'm gonna click create a custom task as mentioned in documentation. I'm gonna click on only the following objects, which is computer objects. Click these two, which is showing here. Okay, then click next. Then I'm gonna give all the permission, full permission. Click next. Okay, here you go. We are done with this one. So we have fully finished the Intune connector delegation on the workstation OYO. Let me go back here. What what else left now? We need to create a new configuration profile to join to Active Directory local domain. Okay. Let me close this. Let me go to, okay, this is done. Let me go to device, Windows. And here we need to go to configuration profiles. Okay. Let me go back here. Click new profile. I'm gonna select Windows 10 and later, and I'm gonna click templates. From here, I'm gonna select, where is it? Domain join here. Click create. I'm gonna click to Windows Autopilot domain join AD, local AD. Okay, next. Now I need to computer name prefix domain name, which is, let me see, fully qualified domain name to be joined, hashmat00.local and organization units. I need to find out. So, okay, I just apply this information. Computer name, I'm going to call it as a client. Domain name, this is my fully qualified domain name, and this is my organization, which I got it from here, from the workstation. It's called OU workstation. I'm going to click next. Now I'm going to apply this to my all. I'm going to apply this to Windows Autopilot group. So when, because this is associated with Windows Autopilot deployment, so this is the group will be, it contains devices needs to be used for Autopilot. I'm going to click next. For the rule, I'm not going to work. You can specify which rule it needs to apply, but I'm going to ignore this one at this moment. I'm going to click create. Okay, so now this is completed. For the next one, I need to create a new Windows Autopilot. Yeah, this is completed. Let's see. Okay, this is done. And now I'm gonna go back to my device, Windows enrollment. Now I'm gonna create a new deployment profiles. Create new profile, Windows PC. I'm gonna click Windows Autopilot test 1. Okay, that's not allowed. No problem. Convert all target devices to Autopilot. Basically, by default, I added those devices. If you want to use that for the future Autopilot to be received all the time, for example, in the future, if you want to receive the device and reuse Autopilot, you can select yes. I'm going to choose yes. So here I'm going to select for user driven. For self-deployment, where I will initiate, which is IT admin, but user-driven, I'm going to use user-driven. Here, I'm going to choose Azure AD join. If I choose this one will only register to Azure AD and not to my local AD domain. I'm going to do another video for this one. This should be straightforward, but I'm going to choose this one. This is more a little complicated. I'm going to choose a hybrid Azure AD join. Skip AD connectivity check. I choose no. I'm going to want to see it. Okay. Microsoft software license terms. I can hide this one. Privacy settings. I can choose show. Hide account options. Basically, if you want to change and overstart with different account appearance, I'm going to hide this one. I don't want to user allowed to change account type. What so user account type, the user will be used. Are you allowing to be standard or administrator on the local account on local machine? I'm gonna choose standard. I don't want to give the user as a local admin because other people will be added as a local admin to help the user. Allow white glove. This is the another here. I want to show you. Oh, where is it? Here, the one I was discussed that the pre-provision before shipping the device to user, and press Windows button 5 times. This is the one we can, if you want to allow white gloves. I'm gonna say no. Language option, automatically configure keyboard, yes. Apply device name template for hybrid Azure AD joint type of autopilot deployment files. Device are named using the settings specified in domain join. Yeah, I already set up on the device configuration profile. So I'm okay here. Assignment. I'm going to choose the recent group we created, Windows Autopilot. This is the group which the device are registered for Autopilot. Will receive this profile. I'm going to click create. Okay, I can review this one and everything looks fine. I'm going to click create. Okay. So this is now created. It will be assigned to those group and those devices. So it will be assigned to that Windows deployment profile. We'll check. I will take a look at it. Okay, now I see it's been assigned here. From here, it shows assigned. Let me go back to my devices, Windows enrollment devices. You see this one, profile status. It now is showing updating since we created new Windows Autopilot deployment profile, and we assigned to the that group which contains these devices, and now it shows the devices are updating. And we can also go ahead and assign each devices to the user. For example, this will be let me see, 1294. 1294 is my Windows 11. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So I'm gonna click assign to user 2, and this one I'm gonna assign to user 1. This is my Windows 10. I should keep note of it. Okay. Let's refresh it. Still updating. So this is usually takes a couple more minutes. I'm gonna pause and wait till this finish. Hopefully a couple more minutes, we'll see. Okay, so finally it took a couple more minutes, probably 5 minutes, I guess, or roughly like almost 5 minutes, I think. Now it's assigned, it's completed. So now we're ready to finish now we need to go to the client and run we need to prepare the device to OOBE to generalize that device to prepare to OOBE. Let's go to my Windows 10 device here, and let me close this, and let's open the CMD and run as administrator. I'm gonna run the sysprep.exe /OOBE generalize /OOBE and reboot. So we will generalize this device back to OOBE and make it ready for autopilot deployment to be ready, and then we reboot the device. Click. Prep. Why is not coming? Should get it at exe. This prep is not recognized internal or external command operable. Okay, let me do one thing. Run. Okay, where is this? I made a mistake. I need to go to folder called sysprep. Now I run the. Okay, here's one error. Let me take a look. What's the error here? Okay, it fails. Looks like there's a log I need to check in the setup ECT. Let me go that folder and here Panther setup ECT. And if I maximize this one and look for the error, it says this package is causing issue to run the sysprep. Okay, what I'm gonna do is open the PowerShell. There's a PowerShell command that you can run and remove this package. So I'm gonna use remove apex. Let me see, apex package, and copy back the. Let me copy back the file name, Microsoft. This one. Copy. Go back here. Now let's paste it. Okay, it's gone now. Let's close. Let's rerun again. Let me close these ones. Close this one. Again. Let's see. What else is causing error? Okay, Microsoft. Now this one, another one. PowerShell. Administrator. Package was not found. Okay, let me go to control panel. Programs and features. Let me remove this. I think I do need to remove this extension. Let me run one more time. Okay. Okay. Let me install this one too. Maybe this is the issue probably, but it doesn't say that one. Setup error. Okay, that's gone. Let me try one more time. This one. What could be this? I see. Okay. Here you go. The current user does not have that package installed. I see, because I signed it with different user. Let me sign out because this account has a local admin. I need to sign in with my user one. Okay. Let me open the PowerShell. Apex package, paste, no. I think I have this here. Copy. Let's go to sysprep actually. CD to sysprep. Okay, sysprep.exe generalize OOBE reboot. It's called sysprep. Okay. Okay, now let me go to that location. See Windows System 32, sysprep, sysprep, Panther. Okay. Now. Let me just do this one. Notepad. Open as administrator. Let me go here. Open. There you go. So now let me go down. Here you go. Okay. Remove Apex package. Here you go. Okay, finally. Let's do this. I was able to remove it, and what's happening here? Okay, let's see again. Okay, installed for a user but not provisioned for our user. This package will not function properly in the sysprep image. Failed remove for user. Exit code remove allows state. Okay, generalize. There's one thing we can do also. Let's go to the settings. Where is it? Where is it? Not here. Device. That's it. We set this device. So this is I'm getting this error. I need to find out what's this, but we can use reset this PC. Resetting this might help. This lets you choose keep your personal files or remove them, and then reinstall Windows. We can start using this one, but let me do one thing. I'm gonna restart the device first. Maybe just causing an issue. Let's see. I'll be back. Okay, I'm logging back. Let me try one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna what's called do the reset reset this PC. Not this one. Okay, it's not working. I'm gonna reset this PC. Okay, let's get start this one. Remove everything. I need to find out why I am. I think I found that's the only solution. Okay, reset. This will take a few minutes. I'm gonna pause this till this get finished. Till once I come back to the OOBE page, then I'll resume back. So you see, still the reset is running. I'm logging to my other Win11 device. I'm running the sysprep. I see this one also showing the error. Let me open it. Uh, and here I get a different error. BitLocker is on, so I need to also disable the BitLocker. So let me open the BitLocker. Turn off BitLocker. Okay, turn off the BitLocker. Okay, let me rerun it again. This time is again not showing correctly. New one, open. Let's see what error I get this time. BitLocker is still on. Okay. There's a command. Okay. Manage PDE-status. Okay, decryption is in progress. I need to wait this one till decrypt. This one is complete 27%. So I'm gonna pause. Let's say these are finished. Okay, this one is fully decrypted. Let me run one more time. Let's see. Again. I know what's happening with this one. Let's see the error. Again, same package. Copy. Okay. Let me go here. Remove Apex package. Copy. Paste. Okay. I know which user this one is. Maybe I logged in with the wrong user. Public user one system admin. Okay. Programs features. Okay. Sign out. Let me log in with this one. See if it's if this worked for this user. PowerShell. Administrator. Yes. I need to copy this one. remove. Ah, seriously. I know. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do the BitLocker. Sysprep. Where is the sysprep? Okay. Let's see. Okay, it is removing it. Now let me run it. Ah, so something else is maybe I need. Okay, it could be because I had deployed a lot of policy in this device. Something is probably blocking. If I come back to accounts, access work and school, uh, info, BitLocker, device data protection, Defender. Maybe these are the policies. Something's blocking it. Intune management completed. One of these could be. I need to dig more on this one. Why it's gonna be an issue in the future. Let me remove also this one. Okay. Okay, this is almost done. Let's try one more time. Now it's called BitLocker is on. I turned off BitLocker. Okay, it's off. Yeah, so something but not provision for all users. This package will not function properly in a sysprep image. Ah, it's okay. I'll dig more on this one and probably find what's the issue. I'm gonna pause back for this one. Okay, finally, the my Win 10 reset is completed. I'm gonna choose United State yes. Yes. I'll skip this one. Okay, here. So this is since I assigned this to user one, I'm gonna add my user one account. I'm gonna click next. Password. Next. Just a moment. Says please wait while we set up your device. Okay. It should communicate with Microsoft Intune and pull the Windows Autopilot deployment profile. We should see some enrollment dashboard. Let me see if I enable the go to device, Windows, enrollment status. Okay, click properties. Yeah, I did. Yes. Show up and profile configuration progress. Yes. Okay. Why is not showing up? Maybe it needs more time. Okay, this is the one. Okay. Maybe it needs more time. Let's give it more time. Now I got another message. Will continue setting up your device after reboot. Okay, let's see after reboot if it shows the the profile configuration progress. Here you go. Yes, this is what I was waiting for. So now it's gonna run the device preparation. Like if I click securing your hardware, joining your organization network completed. Oh, nice. So it joined to my, oh, it's done, completed. Okay, click accept. Just a moment. Oh, it's done. So now let me type user one. Let me log in. Oh, you see, it's already joined to my domain. Let me log into. Okay. Okay. Till it finishes, let me check on the DC. Yep, here you go. So it did join to my this OU workstation which we configured on the profile. See, I named it to client dash. Now it's showing here. So luckily, yeah, it does work here. So device preparation completed, device setup completed. Now it's account setup. It's working on it. Joining your organization network, working on it. Security policies, waiting. Okay, so we're progressing. Good. So far, so good. It's doing well. We don't see any issues so far, except that Sysprep, I need to dig more into it and see actually what's the actual issue. We did try to remove it, it removed, but somehow maybe it's associated with other user. I need to find out. We gotta create this device before maybe the policy I applied. So I'm gonna give it more time. This is gonna complete and then I can able to log in. But we did verified here that devices was successfully joined to this my domain and this OU and the naming is working perfect. I think that's it so far here. And also, if we come here under my device, under monitoring, autopilot deployment, here you can see the deployment progress here. It says in progress now. See, user one, serial number, device name, and if you want to refresh it, it says it's still in progress. Operating system version, device name, enrollment state enrolled. Okay, let's see now if I go to device, Windows, and if you want to check refresh, it's not registered yet, so I'm waiting for till it get registered. And in the meantime, let me go to my Azure portal. First, it needs to register to Azure AD, then it will join to MDM, Intune, Active Directory, devices, all devices. Here you go. So this is the client I have. It says Windows, Azure AD joined, yes. Microsoft Intune, compliant, no. So this is gonna will take a little while. It's right now it's Azure AD. I need to make it hybrid Azure AD joined. So it's gonna wait till it also install the ACCM client and it'll register. It'll become as a hybrid Azure AD joined. So that will probably take some time. Still, this is working account, certificate, network connection, apps. So this will take some more time. So far we're good. It's working. I don't have issue. This one I need to wait a little more longer. This completes. I'm hoping because my current ECCM is auto. It'll once it joins to domain, my ECCM should pick it up on the device section. Let's see here. So it should proceed and install the client. I have auto client installation. Let me see here, client installation, client push. Yes, auto enable, auto white client push. So I'll give it more time, then I'll come back and hopefully see it's auto hybrid. It should change from Azure AD join to hybrid Azure AD join. And we should also be able to see this one through here. Where's here? It's not evaluated yet. Let me log in here. Device configuration, let's see. So BitLocker is completed. This is another way we can log in and get inside this device in Intune and see what configuration so far completed. So Defender is completed, BitLocker is completed. Windows Autopilot domain join local AD, it's already done, but it should become. We'll see all together. This one map is error out. I know because I have to do manually to import it when I log into that device. Intune data collection. So far so good. I don't see a major issue. Yep, it says not compliant yet because we'll see. One more time, refresh. Yeah, so it's gonna continue a little more time. So there's another part I want to mention about the if you want to have your vendor, for example, your HP or Dell vendor, to have the devices to give them permission to register your new if you order new devices and have them to register those devices into Windows Autopilot services. For example, Dell has a website where you can choose Dell to and grant them permission, and these are requirements. And here's a link. It says give a consent. Once you click this link, uh, it will bring back to the Microsoft Store for Business. And here you can just click yes, I acknowledge and accept. So that will be listed in your partner section. Then you can give them the role on the Microsoft Intune policy, Microsoft Windows Autopilot services here. So the Dell engineer who is reassigned will come to the under devices, not here, actually here, Windows enrollment, under devices. Here they will import your new purchased devices here. Then they'll be assigned to Windows Autopilot. This is one I found it for Dell. You can check for HP, Lenovo, other vendor you have. You can assign them, grant them permission to do so. I think we covered so far from this documentation. I'll upload this documentation for your reference, and here's more Microsoft link reference. You can look more in details. If you have any question, please let me know. I'll try to do another demo for the Azure AD join. but this is already the Azure AD join will look like this. Is no difference because this one shows Azure AD join here. Where is it? Here. It's Azure AD join. So basically, it's just once it joined the domain, and also it's already joined the domain. Once installed the ACCM, it will become as a hybrid. It will be managed both ACCM and Intune. Please let me know if you have question and comments, any other requests on Intune with Autopilot. Let me know. Will be gladly to help you and do some research. Thank you guys. Have a good day.